Hello there, fans. I'm Benjamin Watts.
And I'm Jeffrey Vega.
And we were lucky enough to have gotten an early look at Universal Studios' Super Nintendo World, which is opening any day now. We rode the rides, we ate the food, we asked you what you wanted to know about it, you submitted some of your biggest Q blocks, and we're about to smash them with our answers. Jeffrey, what do the people want to know?
Media Viewer 7 asks, what was the experience like going in for the first time? Were your expectations met?
What was it like when you first stepped into the land?
It is a very wonderful moment that I will never forget, where you walk out and you see the entire land. Look, the land at Universal Studios Hollywood is small. It's in a corner of Universal Studios Hollywood, and you're just like, oh my God. It's tall, it's huge, it's colorful. That was the biggest thing. That I felt like I was actually in a Nintendo world.
Yeah, like I definitely had the expectations of what we'd known beforehand, that it was probably going to be quite small, but they really maximize that space. They really do. And if you are a Nintendo fan, stepping into that world, they did an amazing job with just the attention to detail, and you really get sucked in.
And it's really cool because there's never been a Nintendo theme park in the United States, which we could have never imagined.
Now, Zonix asks, what is your favorite particular detail you saw at the Super Nintendo World Park?
I would say my favorite thing, it seems kind of obvious, but the question blocks, they're everywhere. And if you have a power-up band, you don't even need the power-up band, really. You can just hit it and you'll get coins, and you'll hear a coin sound effect. You could also hear the sound when you hit a block and it's done. There's no item in it. You can kind of see it all throughout the park. There's some that are, of course, reachable for you. There's some that are lower for kids. There's some that are high up and inaccessible, and you can kind of see like shells kind of bouncing back and forth. It's very true to the game, which I really enjoyed that.
The power-up bands do play a huge part of your experience interacting with the world, and I think what you'll notice when walking around is the incorporation of classic music that seems to have been re-recorded to this very high fidelity, reminiscent of all those old songs. It's amazing. And how they've included separate games. When you enter Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge,
yeah.
One of the first areas is based off Yoshi's Island, which for anyone who played that game back in the 90s or lately, it brings up some strong nostalgic moments.
Darth Eric asks, are those wristbands worth it? Seems like a $40 gimmick.
First of all, Darth Eric, they're called power-up bands.
But they are not worth it. Well, I'm just gonna say it.
Wow.
I want a full disclosure. Universal Studios did provide Ben and I with one for free. They are $40 plus tax. It's not cheap, and they are like a little amiibo puck, and they're a slap bracelet. So it is expensive for what it is like physically, but the technology behind it is really cool. So it has like a QR code that you can pair with the Universal Studios app, and you can collect coins in real world and like transfer them to Mario Kart, which is like, we could do a whole thing on that, which is really cool. Mario Kart from 2014 or 2017 technically for the Switch. Anyway, I think that they are not worth it, but I will say that anyone who's at this park probably is a huge Nintendo fan, and you'll probably get it anyway, let's be real.
TX Bull Taco asks, is there a Birdo? I love Birdo. Jeffrey?
This is a great question, TX Bull Taco. Thank you for asking that. We did not see Birdo. We love Birdo as well.
I mean, I'm indifferent to Birdo.
No, Birdo is my main in Mario Tennis. So
really?
I'm a huge Birdo fan. Unfortunately, we did not see her in the park. Maybe she was in, hiding somewhere, but we did not see her there.
All right, Chris Dosmill, I hope I'm saying that incorrectly, asks, can I enjoy myself with a budget of $50? I would say no. Especially if that's how you plan to get into the park. You're probably not going to make it through the front gate with $50, but if that's what you have to spend on top of a ticket, you can get a nice lunch. You can pick up something from the Nintendo store.
The burgers are like $17, which, park food is more expensive. Get a burger. They had like really fun like figurines and toys in the gift shop. If $50 is all you have, like you can definitely like get something to bring home with you and enjoy the food there. But if you're already there, you're definitely gonna be dropping some coin.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
All right. MXA Ghost asks, what was a hidden detail that a lot of people will miss? Wow. Yeah. I mean,
It is a very dense experience. There is a ton of stuff to see. So there is a lot that can be missed, even though it's not a big space. My favorite like little hidden detail was what was like the ice mountains. Do you remember what that was called?
Frosty Glacier.
Frosty Glacier. There is, like you would see at any sightseeing location, they have those binoculars that kind of overlook the park, except it's a camera on one side, so it is a screen that you are seeing on yours, and it has augmented reality, AR effects. So as you look around the land, you'll see there was a
There was Koopas
chain
flying
chomp,
around.
yeah, Koopas in the sky.
There was question blocks kind of floating around, and it wasn't like a fake digital screen. Like it was a camera, because I would look at the people in real life, and then I would look inside the machine. I was like, oh, there. Like I wish you had come down there so I could have like recorded you. And then you can even point it to the sky, and there's like a little like block with a beanstalk, and it goes up to the sky like in the games. And I'm like, oh, this is fun.
But you won't find yourself walking past it naturally. You do have to like see it, find it, and get to it. So that's something people could definitely easily miss.
Yeah, there's a fun thing where you can collect coins or you can collect keys with your magic power-up band. You can meet Bowser Jr., but I don't want to spoil too much, so you're gonna have to go to Super Nintendo World and find out for yourself.
Super Nintendo World opens soon, so if you have any more questions, you can go there, get them answered for yourself.
Hey, but we're happy to make the trip for you, so keep an eye on IGN for all the latest on what the park has to offer.
Wahoo!
No, we said no Mario impression.
No, wahoo!